Greetings, everyone. It is Dynasty Mirror Search for Uhuru. Thank you so much for joining us. Before we get started, make sure you go to dynastymirror.com. Again, make sure you go to dynastymirror.com. Like, share, and subscribe to the content as well. Again, please like, share, and subscribe to the content. And let me back up for a second. While you're at dynastymirror.com, buy some merchandise, buy a book or two, or three or four or five. And then join our email list. Again, join our email list so you guys can stay up to date in regards to what's going on with Dynasty Mirror. Without further ado, I have my brother on with us today, Mr. Fitzgerald Stevens.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. I decided to support Prince Amir. Just like not only am I a fan of his work, but I'm a supporter of his channel and his merchandise. And so I have my Apple is my therapy T-shirt.
Yes,
I really like this thing. Of course, there's one I'm really waiting for him to come out with. Amir is here. I think that'll really, really sell. I mean, I love that, but hopefully I can talk him into getting it pretty soon. Hope everyone's doing great. We're approaching not too far from the end of the week, man. Times go by.
Hold on, Fitzgerald. It's almost September already.
What? How you mean a temporary week?
No. I said it's almost September already.
Oh yeah, man. September 8th, man. I want some of you. I want you to show me some love for birthday, man. Okay. My Mirror's Here shirt or something like that. September 8th, God, 56 years old, man. God, I remember I was 16. I remember I was trying to wait for the biggest thing, hoping I could get my driver's license, man. That's the biggest thing.
Visual, do you remember it like it was yesterday? Like, do you?
Not quite yesterday. I mean, there's other things I remember more vividly. I remember where I was when President Reagan got the assassination attempt on him. I remember that. That's back in the early 80s. I remember back in 1985, I was walking down University Avenue near Tutwiler Hall at University of Alabama as like a sophomore when the Challenger literally blew apart. When the rocket ship went up, so 7 astronauts lost their lives off of that. I remember when Barack Hussein Obama came to number 44 president of the country. Just certain events stand out. I remember when my grandfather and my middle brother drove me up the University of Alabama back in January 1985. I never seen the campus, just went there first time and got my dorm room. I remember, certain key events out, first got married, just certain things. And, now we're talking almost 30 years. They're going on 40 years with those events. As far as I remember my acceptance letter when I received acceptance letter for Auburn, because Auburn was my first choice. Mm-hmm. No, Auburn was my first choice. That was the first major school I saw, and I went to Auburn, Alabama, based who won the Auburn, Alabama football game. Auburn won. I was on the way, but I couldn't get housing. I couldn't get housing. So
hold on, Fitzgerald. Hold on. We got to back up. So if you would have got housing,
I'd be an Auburn fan. I'd be an Auburn War Eagle. I was, you'd
be an Auburn fan.
Yeah, I went to because it was the first major school I was exposed to. We took a bus trip up there to Auburn, and I was like 80 miles away from it. So we went up to see the campus. I fell in love with it, man, and I just wanted to be there. Okay, and but it was still Alabama, the influence, but and Alabama kept winning their thing. But Auburn was my first deal. So when I was a freshman at Alabama State, and I was getting ready to transfer. I said, okay, whoever wins the Alabama-Auburn football game, that's where I'm going. Auburn won. I was off to Auburn. Well, I couldn't talk I was living about 80 miles away, as I stated, and I couldn't get housing, nor could I talk my grandfather into buying me a motorcycle, because I was going to commute back and forth 80 miles one way. That's what kids do, man. We think all kinds of crazy. And so that never transpired. The place was closed. And never did learn how to ride a motorcycle, probably a blessing there. And then I applied to, I wanted to go to Auburn. I wanted to be an advertising major. And they didn't have advertising. They had journalism. And they were also on a quarter system instead of semester. So, okay, whatever, just as long as I can get here. And so they didn't have housing, and I had to miss a whole summer. I applied to Alabama, got my acceptance letter there. They had the semester system, and they had to advertise, and they say come on. I never looked back. So just things happen like that. I remember back in 1986, 1988, when I was getting ready to walk across stage, get my Bama degree. 1988, God, 1988. I was 23 years old. I remember talking to Dr. Blewett, and I said, "Hey, man, the Celtics just won the championship," because we were both big time Celtics fans back then. With Larry Bird's my favorite guy. Just nostalgia. So do I feel like soon to be 56 in less than a month, September 8th? No. Am I thankful Lord God allowed me to see it? Yeah. Man, there's classmates that I went to high school. Some of them are no longer here. Life has changed. I mean, I look at a lot of classmates right now. Many of them are grandparents right now. I never had children. And so you start to saying like, okay, what do I want to do? What do I want my life to stand for? I want my life to stand for is giving back. I still believe that I have some wisdom in me that God has given me for being on His earth for 60 something years, and you just want to pour out, man. You want to leave a legacy. It's not about whether you have a child or you don't have a child, or that some things just don't go the way you planned it. But you can leave the world a better place. You can impact lives. So that's what I kind of want to do. Plus, I want to really solidify my faith. Get closer to my God, and just be known as a good, kind man, an effective man. So that's what I'm doing right now. But I mean, you think about that, 10 years are going to go by, ladies and gentlemen. 10 years, shoot, man, I'm 66 years old. Now, you look at things, and if it goes by like the last 20 years, man, I'm like, wow. No, so you get to understanding time, how important it is to do something valuable with your time, to make your life count. Everyone should want to be remembered in a great way. Everyone should want to have a name that when people think of your name, they're like, hey, that guy helped me, or that guy made a difference, or that guy was about his conviction, or that guy, he was an honorable man, or, a godly man, an effective man, and a man who mentors. And so that's what I want, my memory, my legacy to be. And you have to get a sense of urgency about it, Prince, because time just goes by quick. Pretty soon, man. Pretty soon, mark my words, about it, we're going to be not too far in the future. We're going to be celebrating your 50th birthday. Remember what I just said to you. What's going to happen? You turn 50, you're not going to feel it. You're actually going to feel like when you were 30. But all of a sudden, you look up in your hair, and it's going to see a couple of gray strands, like I started seeing. And you're gonna like, wow, I'm really getting over it. Pretty soon, NASA's gonna be coming to you asking for car keys, and he's gonna, and you're driving them to college, and it goes by so fast. So the only way I really see, one of the ways, not the only way, because some people have some careers they really, really love. I was blessed with that. I mean, you have some careers that really, really love. So some people have their plan, and that's their timeline to do what they want to do, and that's great, man. I support that. I'm not against jobs. I'm against the structure, how the disposability of it. But for me, my path is going the way of the entrepreneur, somewhere where I can actually literally be able to create my own ground, really be able to establish my own ground, and just really just control my own life. I'm simply too old right now to really get up and beat the streets and talking to someone that, hey, can I have permission to do some of the things I want in life? Because when you get older, ladies and gentlemen, you're gonna get more highly conscious of time. Right. Because you're at my age. You've seen a couple of your friends no longer here. You've seen
my age.
I mean, even then, you're right. You look back on your life and you're like, man, this opportunity that went by, had I would have moved on that, I could have been so much further. I was talking to my brother and about Dinah Samir, and he did good. He's done good for himself. but we were talking about this, and so it's both for us, really in education. He's a corporate attorney, Morehouse man, and American law school graduate, brilliant man, very accomplished man. Extremely proud of him, what he's done. Proud of both my brothers and what they've accomplished. But I told him, I said, yeah, Dynas, he had a chance to go to Stanford. He had a chance to go to Stanford and Notre Dame, two top tier 2 schools. We both know what Stanford is. No, anybody in academia knows Stanford Cardinals, they're way more than football. A lot of those Silicon billionaires, you see, that's their home base, Stanford University. That's where they come out of mostly, or that's where they're going over there in that area. And so Stanford, I mean, it will outflank both Georgia and Alabama combined with the Alumni Association and the influence had. Well, that time is gone now. Now, did my friend do very well at Georgia? I think so. I know so. But you look back in things like you say, man, I wished I would have took that opportunity. For example, when I graduated undergrad, I was such a broke college student. I was so broke, and I was tired of being broke. I just wanted to get out in the real world. Well, I had a chance to take an internship. Got a great chance to go ahead and get an internship at Kyoto University. It was in Tokyo, but I was tired of being broke. Plus I was a 21 and a half, 22-year-old young man who didn't know anything. I didn't have a mentor. I didn't have nobody to talk to me and tell me. I kind of get the idea that it was good. But I didn't take it because I was just tired of being broke. I just didn't have the wherewithal to push through. And when I say broke in college, I meant broke. I mean, I didn't have nothing. My family didn't have really means as far as with that. And so I turned that opportunity down. But later on, I found out I like diplomacy. I could have been a diplomat. I could have put myself on those channels, but I just didn't know what I didn't know. And so that's gone. There's no sense in me crying about that. And my career took a vast thing. But you know what? With the day and the way the world works and way life works, as long as you have breath, you have hope. And as long as you have breath, you have hope. And if you're going to really, really be successful, ladies and gentlemen, you have to have a short memory. You definitely can't get hung up on the regrets and what you could have did and should have did. That's almost like putting concrete blocks on your feet with chains on your hand. You will not be able to move if you can't break that mindset. That mindset cost me years of my time, worrying about a past that I can not go out to and change. Nor can you get hung up on what the good times you had. Oh man, like how it used to be in the good old days and like you're longing for yesteryear. You're not going to get that. Nor can you worry about what's the future going to be. You're not there yet. All you have right now is today. Each and every day you make the decision, like, how can I make my life the better today? And success is built one block at a time. It really is. It's not trying to reach everything and go ahead and just like, I want to live and have all my money. I want to make $1 million a week and $1 million a month residual income towards my businesses. I've been wanting to do that. Well, I'm not there, nowhere near there, but I'm moving towards that goal. So maybe my first goal, how can I make $500 a day? How can I make $1,000 a day in my Karat bar business? How can I just do that? Then eventually, how can I parlay that and parlay this? And so you're talking to a man who has had a lot of great successes and a lot of failures. You're talking about a man, who has been up to the moon and who's crashed and burned in the sea. I've seen a little bit of it all, but one thing that has kept me, in addition to the grace of God Almighty, is that I have an indomitable will. I just don't quit, because my thing is quit to what? Nor can you quit. Now, that doesn't mean that the things are not going to be hard. When you strike up on an entrepreneur, and some of you guys are like, oh man, if what these guys are saying, what if I could just get what if I could replace my income with this Karatbars? What if this business? What if I could pay my student loan debts off? What if I could really put a good college tuition, college plan together and would pay for my children? What if I could really travel like I want to and just go see places? Because Fitzgerald is right. I am running out of time. What if I could do some of the things I want to do? Well, it's going to, what if I can build a business? I'm going to let you know you can. And I'm here to tell you, it don't make a difference how many times you fail. It doesn't make a difference. It doesn't make a difference what happened, nor, and here's the last one that's going to kill you, that you got to kill before they kill you. Comparing yourself with people. Man, my friends, I graduated with these guys, and man, they're about to ready to retire. They're way successful. They're making very high six figures. I'm still trying to find my way. Look at the house my friend got. I mean, my friends, they've been married 30 years. You don't live in the house. You don't know their story. You don't know what those guys had to go through to keep and get what they're established. All you can do is try to find you a vehicle. And you put in the work, because the one thing you can control, the only thing you can control is your activity. That's the only thing you can control. You can't control, what the economy is going to do up and down, or, if someone's going to say yes or no to you, or someone's going to give you a break, or you're going to get that winning lottery ticket. You can't control factors, but you can control your activities. You can control your work ethic, your hustle, your grind. Grind plus goals equals success. Grinds plus gold equals success. You can control that, and you can build anything you want and be successful just as much as you want in life. And it doesn't take a lot of time. It doesn't take a lot of time. You guys heard me talk about Mr. Michael Delco. Many in the world of Karatbars is this phenomenal, great leader, and he is. To me, he's just my friend. I've been knowing Michael since 1998. I knew him way before he is, just like I've known Dynas before he became this big global icon. Same thing with Mr. Delco. Well, I seen what Mr. Delco does. Mr. Delco has become incredibly prosperous in this business. Financially free, and he did it less than 6 years. All those failures and all those things as far as going back and trying to find his way and all those tears, I think it's worth it right now because he decided to. There's another lady that I don't know, that I know of within the Karatbar business, Prince Amir, Nina Nalkos. She's a Canadian. She just won her third Mercedes through Karatbars. She won the C class. Here's how it went. She won the leather bag. She won the Mach Bar pen. She won the Rolex. She won the C class Mercedes, the S class, the E class Mercedes. Now the S class, on her way to winning a $750,000 villa. Built for her anywhere in the world. You can do it. She just set her mind to go to hustle and just work and define her goals and just go after it. Was she lucky? I mean, with all the achievements that you guys have achieved, are you lucky?
One second, Joe. Sorry to interrupt. All right, everyone, in the chat room is my Karatbars link. Okay, click on the link, sign up as an affiliate, and we're going to get into Karatbars here shortly. So in the chat room is my Karatbars link. Click on the link, sign up as an affiliate. It's also scrolling at the bottom of the screen. It will be in the description. I'll go ahead for sure. Sorry about that.
So when we say when the title is it says with being an entrepreneur, right? We're talking about entrepreneurship. Okay, an entrepreneur is first of all a doer. I'd rather that you do a lot than do a lot and have very few goals, or to have have a lot of goals and not do anything. See, an entrepreneur, we walk out there with no safety net. We don't have no guarantee that this thing is going to succeed. We don't have no guarantee that we're going to have a life off in the table at the end of the tunnel, should I say. The only thing we can guarantee that, okay, if we keep working if we keep working. If we keep working and keep at this and keep going, eventually we're going to break through. We're going to break that orbit. No, that it's with the law of aerodynamics. You have the law of lift, that supersedes the law of gravity. You have spaceships down here at Cape Canaveral, not too far from where I live in Tampa. Well, there's a concept, the most fuel is expended during the launch phase. In other words, to get that thing off the ground, that's where that rocket burns about 90% of its fuel. And I said this before. And so when it breaches the second heaven and gets ready to go, and when it breaks through, because it's really fighting the friction going down, really trying to do everything that could stop that rocket from leaving Earth. But when it gets past when it gets in outer space, the dark space, all required to move that rocket is like low thrusters, and you can shift it left, you can shift it right, because gravity is not an option up in that realm. So you push the little thrust over it, you're not expending anything. So what I'm saying, when you get ready to start your journey for entrepreneur, and some of you guys are going to have to do it, you're going to be like Prince Amir and I. You don't have no choice.
All right.
You don't have no choice, because your moments so-called, that they're gone, and you're like, something in you. Well, I got to make my moments, and then you're working. You can work your karatbar business for months, sometimes even years, and see very little results where you want. All of a sudden, man, boom! It just hits orbit, and you're making money, and you're qualifying for all types of other nice incentives, and you're meeting people all over the world, and you have this global business, and they get you on there and say, Fitzgerald, what did you do? How did you do it? Well, I just talked to one person at a time. I just got on a call or a video stream, and they was teaching how to build this, and I just picked up someone asking, did they make money? And I just helped them with their build their team, and I focus more on them than I focus on me. And lo and behold, I have a business all over the world, getting paid in euros, and being able to have more of my time for myself to do things I want to do. In other words, I didn't do anything special. And stuff like that. I mean, most people are going to remember their first day of school, and then they're definitely going to remember their graduation date. But they don't remember the middle. They don't remember like the flunking the test, or a crazy teacher, who kind of took a disliking to you and made it hard for you, or a teacher, thank you, Mrs. Reed, in the second grade, who I had a stuttering problem, but I had Mrs. Oberlin. Mrs. Oberlin is so dang mean. She's just so mean. I don't know for what. I mean, just heinously mean. But Mrs. Reed, who I wasn't in her class, took a real liking to me. She encouraged me, and she got me, and she would help me to get a speech therapist in school, and I was able to overcome my stuttering problem. And because someone believed in me, and that's what really people are looking for, you just to believe in you. But in order for it to believe in you, you got to believe in yourself, because belief is the currency. You got to act like you got to act like you're the boss before you even become one. Mm-hmm. You got to have confidence. It don't take anything to talk to anyone, asking them, hey, you want to make your life better, you look to make any income, but if you don't have confidence, man, you rather have a root canal. And you don't have confidence, you won't build this business. You won't build anything great in life. You won't get the beautiful wife. You won't get the attractive husband. You won't get the job. You won't get the promotion. You won't get anything, because people are drawn away, from weakness. They're drawn away from lack of confidence, but people are drawn to confidence. So in order to build something great, you have to do it. You don't care about what the stakes are. You don't care about what the economy is. You don't care what's going on. You don't. There was a late great network marketer, probably the granddad of all of it. His name was Dexter Yeager. He was at the Amway. It was at the Amway Corporation. Built a downline of over 4 million people. You know, 4 million people. You know, they became near close to a billionaire through this little network marketing thing. You know, first that's what he did. It was a beer salesman out of Rome, New York, and he said something I'll never forget. He said, "We kept our mind on a dream, and the facts don't count when a winner makes a decision, but the facts do count when you're in a point of indecision, when you're negative. That's all that counts." And that's absolutely true. Carrot bars will change your life. It's a vehicle. I found it to be extraordinary good vehicle. I mean, you know, I'm not going to tell you I took a chance on myself. I did this at 50 years old because I had to. You know, when Mr. Delco gave me a call, he said, "Fitzgerald, you know, hey, you know, we have this business, you know, deals with gold, and you know, and there's no cost to join, and then what do you think?" I said, "Go ahead and register, sign me up." And I went to work. I started telling people, and I started exchanging my paper into my paper dollars into gold, and gold just kept going up. And then I purchased a business package for me, and I purchased a business package for my wife, and I went to work. I went to work by myself. My wife really wasn't on board. And I built this thing on by myself because I was trying to get free. And for the simple fact of the matter is, my thinking was, shoot, you got my last name, I don't got yours. I'll figure this out. You know, so you know, I'm not asking you for permission to take care of the house. You know, that's on me as a man. And I just went to work. No, went to work. Okay, and then eventually things started happening. Eventually, you know, things started going. And lo and behold, here I stand before you now. And I still do the basic fundamentals. Okay, saving gold, pay myself first in gold. Gold is going up in value. My wealth is going up because of that value. And then I just simply say something to people. Hey, do you keep your income options open? You look for ways to make money. You know, and I could say that to them on Facebook. I could say that to them on Instagram. I mean, with all this social media and free advertising, you don't have to spend a dime for advertising. I mean, you build your brand, and you know, you have 149 countries that we work in, and we're able to work. Yeah, we're able to work in 149 countries. The product is gold. People setting up their own business. People are looking for money now. You know, Carrot Bars allows you to make. You can make money actually today. You get you a business packet and go to talk to a couple other people. They get business packet. You get paid today. You can get paid in your back office right today and paid out next week. You know, once they pay the commissions out. Now, how much? You know, the sky's the limit. You don't have any registration fee for your website. You know, I mean, you just register your account. Now, that takes about 7 minutes. And then you verify your account when you get an email from Carrot Bars. Then you just start telling other people what mine and Prince Dynast help, and we just start duplicating that all over the world. You're going to save money in your taxes if you apply the tax rates for your benefits, for your benefit rather. You're going to create a residual income, a leverage income, like an income to make money while you sleep, and that's literally what happened. Let me tell you what happened last. I couldn't sleep about 4 o'clock in the morning. You know, and because Prince Samir is on my team, I knew he had a payout. So I text 4:23. I texted him. I gave him.
I sure did this morning. Yeah, this morning.
4:23. I was up and looking at his accounts. I said, "Check your back office." I promise you, he was asleep. I promise you, he was. But you know, and he woke up wealthier. You know, just because someone, and I couldn't even find out where it came from. Someone decided they're gonna buy some gold for themselves, or get or pick up what the phone or the computer or the CEM or the specialty gold coins or a business package. And unbeknownst to him, you know, he didn't know where it came from, but all of a sudden, you know, he had got a payout for that, you know, because he put in the work prior to it, you know, and we didn't even talk about it. You know, this is happening not as much as we like, but it's happening enough where, like, okay, we like to think that we're getting pretty close, pretty common with this. But let me tell you something: you will never get common with making money while you are not physically going out to work to do it.
Right.
It's a feeling that you never get used to, because you know, because you're like, wow, my God, I'm sitting up there making sometimes more in a day than I used to make in 2 weeks. as far as what it costs of the duplication aspect there. That's all Karatbars. Karatbars is a wealth system. It's not really much complicated to it. You save a lot of gold, you tell a lot of people, and you make a lot of money, as our senior founder Mr. Ty Best would say. Now, do you work for no one? No, and that's the thing. Entrepreneur doesn't work for anyone but his or her customers. I mean, do I answer to someone? Yes, I do answer to someone. I answer to my business partners. Dynastic Mirrors of business partners. I have thousands of business partners I answer to. I put myself in that position because my job is to help them grow wealth in order for me to grow my wealth. So yeah, I put myself out there. I make it. So that's why I put my personal phone out there. And that's why I make myself available to help people talk. But overall, no one has a boss in this. No one is getting me up and say, Fitzgerald, you got a certain amount of hours, you got to go to work. No one is getting up and saying, hey, you got a certain amount of you got to work these holidays. You don't want to work these holidays. I set my own time. Majority of my schedule in the morning, I get up, I talk to my God. I make arrangements to get on my bike. I go pedal, and then in the afternoon I start working. So literally, I just started working about maybe 10 minutes ago, and I set that time as far as like that. But this is about building wealth in your home now. The most thing that people need, Prince, right now, they need money now with what's going on with the markets and what's going on with these jobs. And, that's a way we can do it now. And, get your business packet. You got one of four. No VIP, what Prince Amir and I, which I am, but that VIP is that's a little bit not in your frame of mind at the moment. You can get a gold or silver or even a bronze. We recommend you're going to go the lowest part, get a silver business packet. A business package allows you to make weekly income, weekly residual income, and that's important. See, we're not talking about giving up your gold or trading in your gold. You don't do that. What you do, you build your organization where you can get paid in euros. We're also in the cryptocurrency sphere too. And I highly recommend that you get savvy with crypto trading. This is the future. Gold that having small gold increments and cryptocurrency. This is the future of money because cash is going out the door. I mean, if anything, we believe in that right now. Just a simple little thing. People you go into most merchants right now. They're asking you this question: do you want your change back? Now catch that. Do you want your change back, or a lot of establishments right now, the ones that are still staying open and trying to weather this, they're saying like, hey, we don't take cash, we do credit or debit card only. Okay, but cash is legal tender, so don't be fooled by the signs, like that. The world is shifting. The world will never go back the same to be as it once was. We're seeing unemployment level go up. I mean, yeah, it's starting to look like people are trying to get back to work, and that's a great thing. We're seeing foreclosures get ready to go up. We're seeing evictions get ready to go up. I think people are just simply not reporting the news much anymore. I mean, but big time, you have to pick up like news on the alternative networks, like maybe Al Jazeera's in English, or one of my favorites, even Facebook, share more pertinent articles sometimes than news. Look like this stuff is a lot of success. It look like this stuff is being a lot suppressed. But it's a big time problem out there, ladies and gentlemen. And most people, they won't have a choice. And I'm talking to many of them in this audience. You won't have a choice but to become an entrepreneur. All right. You really won't. I mean, your main hustle, your side hustle will become your main hustle. So you certainly don't want to wait until it's game over. Someone saying, hey, we don't know if we're going to make it. You guys, we're going to have to pay you in comp time, or we're freezing all vacations, or we're freezing all pay raises, or should I say freezing all pay raises, should I say? And you don't want to be at that position. You want to be in a system that is going to bring wealth in your home. Enable you to create wealth and create residual income for your children, for your spouse in the event that you're not here. Create a business that you can pass on. If someone say, well, it's kind of tough over here in Tampa or Florida, that's okay. I got 149 countries I can operate out of. Or should I say 148? My country, United States. So we're in 149 countries. That's okay. I mean, the African Union is doing great. They're registering like crazy over in karatbars, but particularly like South Africa, Ghana. That's where a lot of the African Americans go over there because they're doing the right to return. So they're like, man, hey, I want to make money while over here because I ain't thinking about going back to America. People traveling down to the islands or where it's much cost effective to live. But so someone said, well, hey, this economy where there ain't no jobs. That's cool. I'll go create one. So all I got to do is just pick up the phone or pick up Facebook, target like a Zaire. Hey, you guys look for any ways to make money? Absolutely, my brother. Hey, take a look at this video. They decide they're going to become a part of my organization. I help them set them up. I have a business in Zaire, and I'm able to reap revenue from there. I can do it for Madagascar. I can do it for Nigeria. I can do it for South Africa. I can do it from Ireland, all without never leaving my desk here at Tampa. All I have to do is have this in a computer, and I can run a global enterprise. I said it, a little small team I have close to 12,000 affiliates compared with over close to 7 billion people. That's not even a blip on a radar. That's not even a flea in the sand, compared to potential as far as in there. But, I built that from the ground up, and I didn't do it by myself. I had many people helping me, many people getting out there building business that come part of mine. I didn't do any of that by myself. And without the help of those affiliates, building their business, I wouldn't be where I am now. And just what I find, the one question, no matter who I talk to, if I'm talking to people in Africa, people in Australia, people in New Zealand, the same thing. They care about their families just as much as I do mine. They want a better future and goal and be free from finance just as much as I do mine. All I do is just show them a vehicle, and that's all we're doing is showing you a vehicle. So karatbars, what it specializes in gold, small gram gold increments, This right here is called is cash gold, 0.1 gram. That right there is gold. You can pick that up. Last time I checked, it's like 6.42 euros. Euros because karatbars is based in Germany. That's how they do their stuff over there. And then and so I can pick this up for as much as I would like. Maybe instead of going to go get that McDonald's meal, which I don't recommend you.
Don't get the McDonald's meal.
That anyway. But let's go say if I go get a nice chicken wrap with the whatever. And so that's going to be gone. So I just take a little bit partial, about $7. I was just talking to someone last night. Just save, just pay yourself. Just a little money where you was. You probably blow that, like in a couple of Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks coffees. Save gold for yourself, or I can get a gram of gold or 2.5 gram of gold or 5 gram golds of cards. I get them in small gram increments, small grams. And so why is that significant? Because each and every time I purchase that, ladies and gentlemen, it's building my wealth. Gold that went up over $2,000 an ounce. I think it dropped back down to like 1923, but it's going to go back up. It's going to go back up, and we're I think it's a part of it has to do with I'm going to see how this presidential election play out over here in the United States. How that goes, and then things will level off, and so we'll see a couple things coming off from that. But nevertheless, but I'm not concerned about the president elections. I'm not concerned about that. Now, I don't mean to I'm not social irresponsible. I'm not saying that. I definitely exercise my right to vote. Too many people who look like me and my ancestors, including the white ones, they died for that right. Okay, and so I know I have to be socially responsible. As I would say, including the white one. Yeah, my great grandfather, who I got my name off of, Mr. Bass Stevens, is a Caucasian man. So yeah, they're ancestors to me too. and also have Asian ancestors as far as my family. So my family is a nice little collage, but many of them shed their lives for the ability to have some of the freedoms and be able to vote just like I'm doing now. What I am saying to you, I'm not so fixated on it that I don't understand it is important for me to take care of the economy in my home first. And nor should you be so fixated that it's important to you to take care of the economy of your home first, regardless of who's in office. That's how an entrepreneur thinks. That's how a boss thinks. They make it happen instead of sitting up there waiting for things to happen. So Karatbars is an opportunity that allows you to build your own business. Build your own business in 149 countries around the world from the comfort of your home with a cell phone, that have a home-based business, which incidentally, over 80 million people in the next 5 years. I personally think it's going to be more. I think it's going to be more now, because that stat was released before Corona came out. Those people are going to start a home-based business because they realize, like, man, it's not much of a future out there. Things are changing, and the economy and the things are never going to go back to normal. No, they're never going to go back to normal. I remember having a conversation with my wife years ago. I said, it's going to come down to two people. You're either going to be rich or you're going to be poor. There will be no middle class. And we're seeing the acceleration of wealth pick up, and we're seeing the acceleration of poverty pick up at the same time. I remind you again, Dynas told me a story, and I had to shake my head. He actually had to show it to me on a video right here. And you guys look at that video and see the reaction on my face. I was like, man, what are you talking about? People in California making $100,000 a year sleeping in vehicles. That was tough for me to get my head around, because I'm thinking, man, you know what $100,000 will do in Alabama, or down there in Tampa? At least you'll be able to thrive. But you telling me people living in cars making $100,000 a year? Well, it's simple, because if you're an employee, for the most part, you're going to get taxed at the highest rate. So let's just say you're being taxed at 40%. That $100,000 a year now becomes $60,000. Okay, and you still, and over there, I think one time I saw Californians paying $5 a gallon of gas. I don't understand how they drive over there, but that could be still small town America. That could be Baltimore, Maryland, or Clow, Alabama, where my dad lives, or Ozark, Alabama, where my mom lives, or New Orleans, Louisiana. It doesn't make a difference. If you don't have the resources, it's tough everywhere. And that's why people are launching out for entrepreneurship, because they're tired of their resources being limited, and now it's just about for their very survival. So that's what we do at Karatbars. We save a lot of gold. We tell a lot of people. We make a lot of money. Now, how do you become a part of it? You have to be invited. How are you invited? Well, Prince Dynas has graciously placed his link, the strolling down at the bottom. You just click on the link. You also can, knowing him, he's already probably put it into on this page where you can just click on that. And so you click on the link, you register as an affiliate. And once you register as an affiliate, you fill out a 2-page form. Okay, it's not going to ask you for no social security, no credit card number, any of that stuff. And then once you fill that out, you're going to say, hey, you are successfully registered. Then you're going to check your email. You're going to get an email from Karatbars. You click on that email to verify your account. Okay, and then after that, Prince Amir will give you a call, and then more likely he's going to help you with your package, or an event that with the time difference, maybe Prince Amir is working on another video or something, does that, because that is his main focus right now, expanding this channel with and you can also give me a call. My personal cell number, the one I just held up, 1-716-573-6296. I'll show you how to set up your business. I'll do a goal statement with you, show you how to navigate through the website, show you about your marketing links, and show you everything you need to do to be very, very successful in it. Plus, I'll plug you into the Wealth Builders teaching system created by Mr. Ty and Valerie Best. Mr. Best has been free for 25 years, working this type of business. 25 years. His whole family. He has a 30-something-year-old son, never even applied for a job. Wow. Okay. And so because he made a decision, came from very, very good corporate job wise, but he wanted more. He wanted to be free. And so he put a teaching system together based on his years of experience within this organization. And it shows you exactly how to become profitable in your business. No charge to you. It's all on the internet. We have daily trainings every day through the week. Plus you have access to the call Prince Samir and I, but it all comes down to what you want. If this is not, if this doesn't fit in your scheme of creating a residual income for yourself, or creating a business for yourself where you can have additional tax breaks, or leaving generational wealth for your family, if that doesn't fit in, this is not for you. But more likely, as the future changes, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to change with it. How many of you guys still use typewriters? You remember the old typewriters?
No, I know.
Okay, how many of you still use that? A lot of people got rich writing novels off of those. Keyboard put the computer placed them. How many of you go to the bookstores? I still love bookstores. I'm old school. But audiobooks and Kindles really putting a big dent in that market. How many of you guys keep a whole lot of cash in your pocket instead of a debit card where you can just swipe and transact? Different dynamics, different things. Oh, tomorrow's going to be Friday. You guys going to go down to the local Blockbuster Video and pick up a VHS tape to watch?
So for sure. So they have one of the last remaining Blockbusters that's open. I think there's like maybe one or two as a franchise that's open in America. They now they do Airbnb, where you can come over and have a party and watch.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. I mean, we see so much stuff happen, man. When I was a kid, there was a restaurant, a great steakhouse, man. It was called Ponderosa. And then there was one Shoney, this one right here, and this is talking people in my generation. How many of you guys remember this thing right here? Big Boy Burgers. Dinah's looking at me. What the heck is that, man? That
looks familiar, but
that thing was just as popular as McDonald's. That was their mascot right there. And that's gone. That's gone. And so how many of you guys remember your parents being able to stay at a job 40 years, 30 years, and retire with a full guaranteed pension, never have to worry about job security and everything like that? How many of you guys remember those days? My dad told me at one time, like a city like Buffalo, New York, before, when the steel mill were really booming up around there, and Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, that's why they call it the Pittsburgh Steelers. There's a reason for that. And my dad told me in Buffalo, New York, you could keep a job as long as you could stay awake up there. The economy was so roaring. Buffalo, New York is a company, is a city on a lake area up in Western New York. I lived there for 6 years. Wells Fargo started there. American Express started there. A lot of great stuff. The industry was booming and everything. Then all of a sudden, the Erie Canal, kind of shut down. It wasn't doing as much commerce, and that shipping, and all those people moved out of there. And but that city, unlike Pittsburgh, they didn't have the fortitude to change to other things. Pittsburgh went to technologies, financial services. They changed. They they saw the steel industry going out, so they evolved with the change. And Buffalo didn't, and they're still so much far behind. A great city to live, but still so much far behind, where they could be. Now things are changing. You have to know how to move with the change. Here's the change right now. Okay, entrepreneurship. Here's the change right now. Cryptocurrency. Okay, residual income. Okay, making your own way prosperous. The average person, I think, is can expect to sometimes stay on the job something like no more than 5 years before they're off to the next one. How are you going to build wealth like that? I heard a gentleman, Mr. Gregory K. He's a gold director elite in karatbars, a very high a high ranking position, and he bought that out on a Thursday night training, which we're going to have tonight at 9 o'clock on goldrocks.info. He bought that out, Diane. He said, "How are you going to build up wealth that you're like popping around and moving every 5 years? How are you going to do that?" Now, some people like, well, Fitzgerald, I got to move, man, because, I got to look for more income. I mean, I'm getting older. I got to chase the promotion. I understand that. But it's going to come a point you're going to run out of runway. There is an age in your career when you hit it, and there's an unwritten rule called age discrimination gets in. It gets very tough for you to get levels. As a matter of fact, and for the most part, if you're not advancing towards a senior management, somewhere like 37, 38, you're probably not going to get it. You're probably not going to get it. And a lot of those managers are hired from the outside, and you're just not going to get it. So do you deserve those opportunities like everyone else? Of course you do, but they're very few between. So, but in the world of entrepreneurship, when you can create your own business and you can create your own income, where you're not tied to anyone promoting you or demoting you. I mean, you're your own boss, and you often hear me talk about that because it's so freaking powerful. And so that's what we're saying right there. Selling, well, I guess you can. I mean, we all sell, just some of us know we're doing it, and we get proficient in it. The sales is nothing but persuasion of belief, and nothing happens in the world of commerce without a product or good or services being sold. No, so you got that. I mean, you have to sell your wife that you was the man to do the job. You have to sell your husband that you the woman to do the job. You have to sell the kids to eat the vegetables before they eat the candy. You have to sell your employer that you're the one to get the promotion as opposed to someone else. You have to sell the officer not to give you a ticket. You have to sell the judge to rule favorably on your behalf. So all it is just a persuasion of belief. And so what we sell people on the infinite hope and never giving up on their dreams. That's the Wealth Builder's mantra, the infinite hope and never giving up on your dream. That you sell you on you. But we just give you a vehicle in order to do it, because you can have all the dreams in the world and you can have all the ambition and great work ethic, but if you have the wrong vehicle, you're not going to get nowhere. A jet airplane is faster than a Ferrari any day of the week. So what vehicle are you tied to? Here's the vehicle most people are tied to. I go to school, I go to 1 to 12th grade, I get a degree, I'm off to college for 4 years. 5 years in my case, because I liked it so much, I guess. Then if maybe I'll go straight to work, and I'm going to work on that job 20 and 30 years. Hopefully they'll let me stay there that long. They'll take care of me. I'm going to get my 2.5 kids. I'm going to get my 1.5 dog. I'm going to live in a nice area with a white picket fence, and I'm going to work on that job 30 years, and then I'm going to retire on a pension. And then I'm going to retire somewhere like 65. I'm going to get retirement benefits 65 to about like 73. Then I'm going to die. That's the plan. That's the plan. All these things are factored in. Or the entrepreneur said, I'm going to build an income for myself. I'm going to bust my butt, work hard, create me an income level that I can retire, because retirement is based on income, not age. I'm going to be able to set these goals. I'm going to build me a wealth system that's going to bring money in for me while I'm doing other things that's important to me and my family. I'm going to build wealth for them, and I think that's a superior plan. So what we're going to do right now, what we're going to do now is I'm going to look at a couple of the comments right here, because I want to go over some of these and and give you guys the respect that you definitely have earned, man. Thank you for interacting. Thank you for commenting. And Prince, we got one from Afro Football. I love that name. Ownership is everything, man. That's one of my favorite sayings. My saying is power is in ownership, but we're saying the same thing. And then we have from Mr. Steve Q. What are some good business ideas for now? We think karatbars is a great idea, business idea for now, Mr. Q, because for one thing, the startup costs. I mean, you can start a global business anywhere from 4,900 euros to about $600 US. You know, a global business in a box. You don't have to pay rent. You don't have to go get licenses, special licenses fees. You don't have to go and hire employees. You're not required to spend a certain amount or work a certain amount. So the cost is practically zilch as opposed with the benefits. Plus, you can get the tax benefits for having your own business. So that's why we think we talk about Karatbars, because it fits in so many schemes of what we're trying to do. Practically unlimited market potential with a product that everyone knows, gold, in 149 countries, that you run by a cell phone, that you run off by the World Wide Web. So I think this is great. Now, if once we get some money, well, maybe real estate. Real estate's always a good thing. I like people as parking lots. Like, you buy a parking lot, good piece of property close to college campus or busy metro area. You pay you buy that property. You get one of the mechanized arms where you don't have to employ someone there. They put a card in and they can stay in park. Good revenue off of that. I like laundromats. People always have to wash clothes. Once again, I put those close to college things. I like the foreclosures where I can go in and buy them on the low. Fix them up and rent them out and get a steady fifth cash flow. But those things all take money. So we got to get the money first. So that's why I'm focused on Karatbars, because it allows us to grab the money. And then once we get that money, we create a residual income stream. Then we can put in other investments that bring us further and things like that. So be happy to talk to more about this. Creative Afro football, creative business in the service industry. Service is where it is right now. You're absolutely right. I have a good friend of mine. We're both from the state of Alabama. He told me, Fitzgerald, you need to have a retail in your portfolio. The man owns probably like about 5 or 6 Play-Doh closets and Once Upon a Child up in the Atlanta market.
Wow.
Also owns a commercial real estate property over there by Mount Zion Boulevard. Right down there. It's not too far away from you at all. But he got his start in real estate. He read Dave Delgado. Dave Delgado used to come on in the 80s with an infomercial, sold real estate courses. Well, this man applied it and he was able to parlay this. I talked to him about Karatbars, he was moving in another direction. He was already successful. So yeah, I would love to have real estate in my portfolio. Prince Amir does very well with his t-shirts. I'm thinking about putting a t-shirt line myself together.
Ooh.
That it does very well. So yeah, so you want to have some retail. I agree.
I got the name for it, Fitzgerald. I got the name for it. One of your shirts.
What? Go ahead.
Bama is Bammer.
Nah, they got the trademark on the name, man. You gotta have your own stuff. You gotta have your own stuff. They have copyright on that, which is another thing. Maybe Mr. Q, if you're good enough to develop an app that you could sell, or create an ebook, that you could sell on the Amazon and get like $1 or 50 cents a hit and stuff like that. So it's all kinds of ways out there. So many good ways out there. Tarika, if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, lady, please forgive me. I am in information technology, writing technology requirements. I'd say build anything that's convenient for your customer. Absolutely. Gold is very convenient because we see what it's going up. Building an e-commerce business around gold and keep the residual income, we think it's real convenient. I personally, with you, I would more than recommend you stay exactly where you are, but create this as a side business. And that's what we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen. We're not talking about leaving your game right now. I mean, I had to work, and Prince Amir had to work to put ourselves in this position before we could leave, as many Karatbar affiliates could do. But I'm talking about the main thing I'm going to talk about, besides getting in entrepreneurship and starting your own, is starting a residual income, that could easily replace your income while you're working on your job. So don't go ahead and quit your job yet. Don't do that. I mean, you got your hustle, work your hustle, do the best you can on that job. But in the meantime, build something on the side, like a Karatbar business that has the propensity to replace that income that you're making on your job, in about 2 to 3 years with your work ethic. Let's see what else we're looking at here. Prince Amir, we got let me know when we're out of time, man. I could take, if I could have about maybe 7 more minutes, I'll greatly appreciate it. Kiana Thomas, that wasn't your path. That's all. Hey, I appreciate that. I had to let that go because it used to drive me into a lot of sadness, because I'm thinking about if only, that's gone. That's gone. You can't keep worried about that. So I let that go. Like I'm not going to waste a second more of my time thinking about that. I'm just going to go in and build something out. Mr. Kravitz Trap, offer more advice on what steps to take and what pitfalls to avoid. Educate more. That's what I'm trying to give to Africans. I assume that you're talking about this with the Karatbars. Okay, I take it, and thank you for that, Mr. Trap. But let me go ahead and say that. Well, Karatbars, an e-commerce business based out of Stuttgart, Germany, started in 2011 by Dr. Harold Sykes. It is a debt-free company that its mission is to allow people to purchase small gram gold increments in the hands of the masses, anywhere from 1 gram to 2.5 gram to 5 gram gold cars. Gold is money. So what you're doing, Mr. Trap, and anyone else who's thinking has this question, you're exchanging your paper dollars, your Nigerian naira, your Japanese yen, your Australian, Canadian, American, Ghanese dollars, your South African rand, your British pound. You're exchanging that however much you want, whenever you want. You're exchanging it into gold. Why do you want to do that? Your cash is going down in value. Your gold is going up in value. You can look on websites like the International Monetary Fund. Definitely look on the Federal Reserve website. They'll tell you that the paper money is just an instrument, instrument of liability. So it's not an asset. You need to put your money in assets, things that's going up. Then once you do that, you register your account. But first you have to register your account. Then you acquire one of the business package. Now the 4 business package, you have a VIP, which is about 4,900 euros. One time, you have a gold, which is about 2,400 euros. One time, you have a silver, which is about 595 euros. And you have a bronze, which is about 180 euros. Okay, both Prince Amir and I are VIP, because why? The higher the business package, the more compensation you get paid once your payouts are gone. So how are your payouts derived? Well, when you acquire, when people acquire like the business package, gold, the CEM, the CEM machine, that's like the ATM machine. Yes, we do offer those that you can place in stores and get income bars from that. The blockchain computer or the blockchain phone, you receive what's called units. Well, in Karatbars, you have 2 teams and 2 teams only, a right team and your left team. No matter how many people you have in your team, whether you're Sherlane Gober, who has close to 800,000 people in her team, it's going to happen either on the left or the right. So every time someone's purchasing these products through your network, and when the units are added up into 50 units on one side, 25 units on another side. Remember, units are derived because products are being bought. Production, something has to be sold, or something has to be bought and sold in order for you to get paid. Okay, but not necessarily by you through your team and through the team who they build, through the team who they build. Okay, so with a VIP package, 25 units on one side, 50 units on another side, you are going to get a dual team payout. Dual is 2. Dual team payout of 80 euros each and every time that happens. Okay, whether you're asleep or out on a bike trail or eating a Chick-fil-A sandwich, doesn't make a difference. And if you're a gold business package holder, 25 units on one side, 50 units on another side, you are going to get a dual team payout of 60 euros. If you are a silver business package, 25 units on one team, 50 units on another team, you're going to get a dual team payout of 50 euros. Incidentally, let me stop you right there. Mr. Michael Delco, back around 6 years ago, and he purchased a silver package. The man was managing 2 mortgage banking branches in the Southeast, making 6 figures a year. Okay, purchased a silver package. And in 103 days, he left that 6-figure mortgage banking job. That was about 6 years ago. And he has not worked since. He is well in 7 figures in income level right now through this business I'm talking about. It was a silver. And so, and then if you also have to start, what would we recommend you start? Get in where you can fit in. We'll recommend you start the VIP because you can max the compensation level. And and it's not a recession for everyone. Some people are going to see the value in this, and they're going to VIP is nothing for them. But you go where you can. You get in where you can. If you must start, and you say, what's the bare minimum I want to come in, Fitzgerald? Go a silver package. And here's why. Because when karatbars allows you to receive 2 free upgrades based on your production. You get let's say you get your silver package, and in 5 weeks you personally talk to people, and 5 people will register under you, and they should register under you rather. And then once you do that, you're automatically going to be promoted to the gold business package for free, about $2,400 business package with the payout levels on that for free. And let's just say you're a dynamo woman or a man, and you come this thing to win it. You ain't here to play. You like, Miss Fitzgerald, show me what to do, and let's roll. Okay, so you accomplish that in 2 weeks, and so you still have 3 weeks left. So you go out there and and now that you're a gold, you go out and find 5 goals at the end of the 3 weeks. Before the end of the 3 weeks remaining, you're promoted automatically to a VIP like Prince Dynasty Mir and I. People have done it. Plus, you've already earned enough commission and made your money back that you spent for your package. You can literally get you a business package, which incidentally, you're going to get 10% of the business package with someone else register. Doesn't make a difference what business package you got. Whatever business package they get, you get 10% of that. And then so you can actually make money today. You register, you get one of your business package. You say, hey, Mr. Fitzgerald, Mr. Mir, I got this business right here. We go through the spills. I'm just going to short circuit a little bit and say, what do you want? Well, I want to get a VIP. And then I'm on one team, and he said, I want to get a VIP. He's on your other team. I'm on your right team. He's on your other team. Well, that's going to generate 100 units a piece, right? Well, 50 units on one side, 25 units on another side. You're going to get about, let's just say about 300 plus referral fee, because you brought us in. 320 times 2, that's 640. Plus, you're going to get about 2 payouts, 100 and then 100 and 100 units on one side. Then it takes 50 units off the other side. That's going to give you 2 payouts of 80 euros times 2. You can get the idea. So you can easily recoup your money, back, within a month, or you can just, you can easily make money right away. See, I told you, we want to put something that gets you money in your pocket now. People need income now, and that's the way you do it. How is it do it? Is it easy? No. Is it doable? Yes. Prince Amir has sponsored close to 650 people. I've done 127. So we know it can be done, and all buying gold throughout our network. And that's the way he was able to make that money. And I called him while I sent him a text. I didn't wake him up while he was sleeping. So that's about the thing of it. Then when you call in there, when you do register, Prince Amir is going to automatically know you're on his team, and he's going to give you a call. Then we can turn over to me, and then you say, well, I don't know what to say to people. That's good. I'm glad you don't know what to say. I didn't know what to say. We can say it for you. Hey, Mr. Fitzgerald, I have Khadijah. She just got into business, and I just want to introduce her to you. That's a 3-way call. Then I go ahead, you put your phone on mute, and I talk to Miss Khadijah and help train her, plug in the wealth builders All you went out there is just built your business. And then while you're plugging in the wealth builders, you can get the education you need to build your business. We're here to hold your hand every step of the way. Brother Sokana the third, this ain't getting nobody rich, so stop it. Okay, all right, okay, you're entitled to your opinion. Mr. Michael Delco made $1 million in this business last year. Okay, that's $1 million he made in this business that you said ain't getting nobody rich. So you stop it, using your own words against you. See, it's easy, man, to make calls like this when you don't know what the hell you're talking about. And that's good. You sound deep, but no one has time for that. I'm talking to people, who are trying to change their life, who are desperately trying to do something for their family future and their financial future now before it's simply too late. So you stop it. Okay. Rolling down a little bit. Starting at that, Dynash, you go ahead and speak let me quote this cat again. If this thing was making that kind of money, these guys would be too busy living the life of not being on YouTube. Well, YouTube is one of the ways we promote our business. Okay, and if you follow back, go back about a year. I'll even give you a year. Check the times that we come on: 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Monday we take off Saturday, and I'll give you the weekend. Those are prime working hours. So if we're not doing what we say, well, how in the heck are we able to show up to any hours we want? Sometimes we'll just say, hey, we'll be on 4 o'clock, or we do it in the evening. Our time belongs to us. So cool, but so I'm not going to reference you anymore, and don't have no respect for you. So trade schools are the best. Yeah. I mean, I was taught get a good trade, and I believe in having that. That gives you another stream of income. So I have no thing about it, no problem about it. I have a relative who's an electrician, does very, very good, and is still gainfully employed because he has one of those things that those jobs that is in demand. I mean, as long as lights has to be done, that has to be done. He's going to have a job. Let me look around here. Dynas, help me out if you see anything.
Anything that's worth covering.
Okay, so this Tushan Rick, they want your green. They know you have to be getting. They know you have to be getting free money, and they can smell it. Dynas, that word's going through my head when I read that.
What word?
Nothing. It's nothing. Are gold dollar coins any value? That's by EYB Entertainment. Yes, sir. I think they are. I mean, if you go on to goldprice.org, and it could tell you, it could show you the value of that, or definitely Jayon Bullion. So yeah, I mean, I would love to have a couple of South African Cougarand coins, or some of United States the Golden Eagle coin. I would love to have some of those in my portfolio. Most of my gold is in the small increment, the gold cars that I collect with karatbars. Not most of it, all of it, and that's doing pretty well, and got a good portfolio of that. King of Enigma, we're going through a pandemic, and y'all talking this? Yeah, we're talking about showing people how to profit in their home and how to build wealth in their home while they're in a pandemic. You got something better you want to talk about besides this? No, I mean. So yeah, is it the number one thing within the pandemic is for people to get resources, and we're here to forum showing you how to get resources. I mean, so I kind of know what you mean by that statement, but you're entitled to your opinion. So Prince Amir, I believe I covered everything. Devastating for you. Thank you for this. The name of this was Shoney's. Is absolutely right. I forgot the restaurant Shoney's. So thank you for that. And so we appreciate you guys. All we're doing is offering an opportunity. Nothing set in stone. When I said something to Prince Amir 5 years ago, I didn't twist his arm. Right. He saw an opportunity. He's able to do it. He saw the value of gold back then, and and he just started building when he decided to build, and lo and behold, here we are. So Prince Amir, I'll let you take us home and close us out, man. It's always a pleasure coming on your show. We have some people who the new listeners, welcome. To this channel right here. We have some ones who have been on before. Welcome. We appreciate you returning back. And I'll end with this. Yoli W. Life does not stop because of the pandemic. You are absolutely right. And Miss Kimmy calls hello to you too. You are absolutely right. It doesn't stop. See, I've learned that you have to happen to life instead of life happen to you. And in my closing statement, as I usually say, Warren Buffett has said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will literally work until you die. Fitzgerald Stevens says, if you don't make moves, moves will be made on you. Mr. Michael Delco says, if you do not come from a wealthy family needs to come from you. Prince Dinas Mir says, titles are not sexy, income is.
Right.
God bless you all. Appreciate your time.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you go to dynastamir.com. Also, my affiliate links in the chat room. Click on the affiliate link, sign up as an affiliate, and I will get back to you as soon as possible to get you guys up and running. Also, will be in the description for those who watch the playback. Until next time, family, Dynasty Mirror Search for Huru. Peace.